Okay. To our defenders, I want to talk about something quickly called the offsides trap. Okay. It's just basically what it sounds like, which is when there's a situation where you want to trap the other team into getting into offsides, to being offsides. So there's a situation tonight where we had the ball somewhere up top. This was in the second half of the game, when they started to put more pressure on us. Somehow the ball got turned over. Don't exactly remember how, but what I remember was we had a situation where our three midfielders were too flat. So typically they're supposed to be on the attack too high and kind of one holding so that this space is filled. And instead it got to the point where they were three kind of almost flat. I think actually one was over here and they were almost flat. So there was this big space in here. Somehow the defender got the ball. It doesn't matter how, but essentially it was passed in, don't ask me how, into this guy. Okay? So what you had was four guys coming on. We didn't have any backs really high. What I remember happening was Chris pressured the ball appropriately. So they got him behind these five guys. So Chris went to go pressure the ball. These guys on the outsides were on a full sprint coming towards center. And Will was in a foot race. And I don't remember who was in on the outsides, but I know that Will was in a foot race with the guy in the middle. This guy's dribbling down with the ball. Chris goes to go pressure him. I remember that. But this guy's running in this direction. This guy is running in. And Diego, number 11, was running with Will. So, and when they're coming at us fast like this. So this is a perfect, so the offside trap is a hard thing to do, and you don't want to rely on it a lot, because if you screw it up, you just end up getting guys in behind you, and legally, and you get screwed. But in this particular situation, it was a really perfect opportunity to talk about it. So what you had here was all these guys running back. So our 2, our 3, and our 5 were all in a foot race back with these guys, everybody heading in this direction, right? Now, you had this guy who was pressuring with Chris about to go, so was threatening with Chris about to go in and pressure. So we knew that either he was going to beat Chris one-on-one, right? Or he was going to draw him in and then play a pass as quickly as possible. What ended up happening is he did end up playing a pass in. These guys get in here. This guy got it, and I think Will was able to defend it well. Okay? But what I just want to talk about you thinking about is this notion, and it's a little advanced, but it's this notion of this offside trap, where essentially, and we were in a really good line here across the back with our 3 defenders who were all pretty even with each other. We all know that if he lets the ball with one of these guys behind us, if he lets the go of the ball right now, they're offsides, right? So it is a perfect situation where you guys, these 3 sets of people are all in a foot race back this way. For if just all of a sudden we can figure out how, whether it's Will or whoever, usually it's a center back, can call out trap, where before he does that, he notices, he looks across, nobody's in deeper. It doesn't work if this guy's in deeper. It only works if the 3 of you are straight across, and if you just decide to slow up your run and let these people pass you before he passes the ball. If you can just slow up your run, now he passes the ball, whoop, whistle blows, our free kick here, we can go quickly and play the other way. We can get possession back that way. Why not make it easier? Get possession back much more easily. It's a sure thing. You put them off sides like that. Don't make it questionable. You see that the 3 of you are lined up. These guys are in a full sprint. They cannot stop and hold back easily. And this guy's got to let go of the ball really quickly, right? That is a perfect situation to do the offside trap. There are probably some videos on YouTube about it where you might be able to see some in action. I might try to look for some for you, but I want you guys to just be aware of this offside trap. Look, it can obviously work too when you're defending, you're behind these guys, and it's a kind of a more regular situation where you're actually facing the ball, and okay, you want to let somebody sneak in behind you, or he's getting pretty high, and you all just kind of take a step forward and put him off there. Yes, that's a trap too, but that's dangerous. But in the case where you're all in a full sprint back towards your own goal, in a foot race with these guys, and you just pull up and let them get behind you right when he's about to release the ball, that's a really nice way to get the ball back right at midfield instead of having a risky 1v1 situation back here where you got to make some crazy acrobatic athletic play. Okay, so think about that. It's called the offside trap. We can work on that. Have a look one of your bored days and go watch some video and see if you can't find some. Okay.